Now, Fox 13 meteorologist Valerie Mills with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
Well, we were just talking about how I'm going to start a garden, and we're going to call it Val's Veggies. So stay tuned, my friends. Oh, boy. Well, we have certainly been getting some good rain this month for the gardens, the grasses, all the flower beds. Probably happy with the rainy conditions that we have had, really boosting our drought, our rain deficits in the right direction. For the month of February, Tampa International Airport, just over an inch of a surplus. Compare that to our average, 2.29 inches there. And as for the year, so far, we've picked up on nearly 6.5 inches for the last 2 months. Compare that to the average we see this time of year. That's about 5 inches there. So our surplus so far for 2024, about 1.5 inches. And really all across the area, we have seen some good rain, especially around Venice, Sarasota. That's where our highest rain totals are so far this year. Nearly 8 inches for Venice. St. Pete to Brooksville, 6 to 7 inches there. But that puts us all across the area in a rain surplus by mostly 3 to close to 4 inches for Venice. As for Brooksville, just above normal for our rain there, so a little bit closer to normal for some of our northern spots. But look at the last month as we track back our temperatures. All of the days highlighted in blue, that's where we've been cooler than average. So really for the last couple of weeks, that has been the trend. A couple of days there where we really were able to warm above average, but only one afternoon in the 80s all month long. Now, as we look ahead at the big picture, we have high pressure starting to build in. So tomorrow morning, a cool start, but this cooler air mass not going to stay with us for long. High pressure really starts to dominate over the Sunshine State. We're going to build back in mild weather, and by the middle and end of the week, we'll start to get more of that humidity climbing as we tap into that southerly wind component here around the area. So for today, abundantly sunny skies, calm winds, mostly less than about 8 miles per hour. So low 70s for most of our coastal areas, otherwise mid and upper 70s as we head inland. Temperatures to start our Monday morning on the cool side, mostly low 40s around the Nature Coast, some of our northern spots. Otherwise, for the Bay Area down to Sarasota, Manatee counties, and our inland spots, mostly going to start out in the low 50s, maybe a couple of mid 50s closer to the coast tomorrow morning. We'll warm things up even by a couple more degrees. The potential for some 80s will be possible on Monday, but especially by our Tuesday, more in the way of low 80s here around the area. So here's a look at your marine forecast. Up to 10 knots with winds out of the northwest. Seas right around 2 to 3 feet. Just a light chop on the bay. Gulf temperature right around 66 degrees. We just passed a low tide. Our next tide, high tide at 3 o'clock this afternoon, followed up by a low tide 8:30 for your Sunday night. From there, we are just going to keep this sunshine with us. Really, the first half of the week looking absolutely lovely. More in the way of 80s by Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon.